What's up, fellas? A viewer asked me about this torch the other day, and I didn't have much information to give him. So I decided I'd go ahead and post a video about this torch because it's kind of an interesting torch. This right here is not your average propane torch at all. I'm going to take this steam coil off of here and fire it up here in a minute, but first I wanted to just talk about this thing for a second. This is a model STKR turbo torch, made in USA by Victor Equipment Company, Denton, Texas. And I gotta say, this thing probably puts out twice the BTUs as an average propane torch. I got this from my dad, so I don't know where he got it. He is no longer with us. This is one of the things that I do have of his that kind of amazing it's come up as a subject, actually, but definitely the coolest blowtorch I have ever seen. Let's fire this thing up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. Maxing out around 16, 17 centimeters there, especially according to the burn mark I just left. So this is a cold tank. This turned up all the way, and that's what you get. That's all you get. And this is a top of the line torch. Now let's hook up the turbo torch. Take a look at that. It's even got a little weird sound to it. Doesn't look like much now, but just wait. It's not very long. It's a very local flame. The size of that thing. That's the max setting, and that is guzzling some gas. We'll lower it. This right here is more of a pinpoint setting. That's only about 14 centimeters, but that doesn't mean much. You can clearly see the size of that superheated area. Cool things about it is I like it has this articulating arm. I could use this as a boiler and things like a boiler heater and stuff like that at my experiments. So not only is it the most powerful torch I've ever seen, it also has one of the coolest things I've ever had on a torch, an articulating arm. I probably should have oiled that bad boy up now that I think about it. That didn't get pretty hot, I think. Run it low like this because it's stainless steel. So, but yeah, man, I don't know if you can even buy these anymore. I've never seen one. It definitely puts every torch I've ever had to shame. And you can braze with this thing. Some items you can braze that these other torches you can't get it to melt. For instance, this torch here has enough heat to just barely braze this part. You see that lump right there? I got too much in one spot and the torch did not have the heat to melt that blob. Now had I had this torch end, it would have brazed this just like this. It would have liquefied everything. It has the power to braze small items very well. You'll get complete flow. Whereas the Burns-O-Matic, not so much. It is a little bit weaker. A little bit less BTUs in this monster here. The only reason why I didn't use that to braze it is because I had the steam coil hooked up to it. At any rate, there you have it. I just thought, you know, after that viewer had brought this up, I thought, you know, that is kind of an interesting subject, this torch, because you can do things with it that other ones just can't do. For instance, this torch head here will not perform the way we've seen on the videos of the steam cleaner. It just doesn't have the fireball that you need. This torch here fills this entire chamber with fireball, whereas the other ones just kind of poke a little dart through there. So definitely an awesome piece of Texas creation there. There you have it. The turbo torch.